Good evening, y'all. Good evening. Hope you guys are well. My name is Joya. Thank you all for being here. Appreciate y'all so much. That being said, he tried to break you. He tried. A lot of these guys, unfortunately, they're operating from a place of low self-esteem, self-hate. A lot of it is self-hate. And a lot of them have their own insecurities that they have yet to address. And so what they do is they try to break you as a woman. They think that if he can break her, that makes him feel better about himself, unfortunately. And that is a very negative way of thinking. That's very toxic to put a name to it or a word to it. And it's also just downright stupid, if we're being honest. A lot of these guys, they want to get the woman that is very much her own. Like, she has her own money, she has her own place, she has her own car, she's in a career, whether that be the lawyers of the world, the doctors, the nurses. He wants those type of women because if he feels like if he can get that woman to break her, then that's the ultimate test. He don't care about the women that's down and out, sleeping on their cousin's couch, barely got a job, don't got no money to eat. He don't care about those type of women because they already down and out. He want the women that feels like they are where they need to be in life, because if he can get those, then he has done something that he feels he has conquered. And a lot of it is rooted in self-hate, because as a grown individual, a grown man, no man is going to want to break a woman. That's what idiots and guys that have grown up but have never really grown up, if you know what I mean, that's what they try to do. That's what they try to do. And it'll be in the form of verbal abuse, emotional, sometimes, God, forbid, but physical. Unfortunately, it does get to that place as well. And a lot of them, they just don't know. They don't know. But when they meet women like myself, they feel like she want a man this bad, so bad, she willing to accept this. When they finally shortly realize, that's not the game that we're going to be playing here. It don't go like that. Like, there's some rules and regulations. It's not, oh, you a man, I need a man, let me just accept. Nah, it don't work like that, buddy. When they find that out, then the tests start. That's when they start calling you out your name. That's when they start being mean. That's when they start being rude. That's when they stop doing what they said they was going to do. They stop honoring their word. And then when you bring it up, hey, why aren't you honoring your word? Why aren't you doing what you said you were going to do? When you hold them accountable, for lack of a better term, that's when something switches and they start to become a different person. That's when you see the real them, or what we call, it's not the representative anymore. Who the person was that you saw when you were getting to know them and they was all that was the representative. But when it flips, when you start to hold them accountable, you say, no, that don't work for me. Don't talk to me like that. Don't treat me like that. Don't do something and don't say you're going to do something and don't. When you hold them accountable, that's when they make excuses. That's when they make you feel bad. That's when they make you feel shame. And a lot of times these guys, they will prey on you because they may know some of your insecurities or some of the things that you struggle with or that you're struggling with. And they will play on that. For instance, you might be in therapy and they'll play on that. Oh, your therapist, they know what she's talking about. You don't need to talk to her no more. You don't need to talk. They want to get you isolated. They want to get you away from people that care about you and love you and that are rooting for you, because they feel as though if they can do that, then every single thing that they say about you is going to make you feel worse about yourself. So if you have a therapist or a family member or a friend or whoever that is telling you you're beautiful, you're amazing, you're smart, you're not whatever this guy's telling you, what he realizes is that that's combating the negative things that he's telling you about yourself. So you have the positive person over here telling you you're amazing, and he's beating you down, telling you you're awful, all these things. And so what he wants to do is he wants to get you by yourself, get you away from people that love you and care about you, because if he can do that, then all he has is the negative things that he can say to you to where you get to a broken place. And that's ultimately the goal. And it's not always so overtly stated. Like, they don't come out and say, I'm trying to break you. But what they do is they do the things such as calling you out your name, being mean, being rude, trying their best to misunderstand you. Because they're not stupid. They're grown individuals that have the cognitive ability to understand, but they're committed to misunderstanding you. So when they do those things, what it does, it makes you feel like you're crazy. You start to wonder, Is it me? You start to doubt yourself. And what that leads to is a cycle of depression, anxiety, low self-esteem, emotional, a lack of emotional intelligence, all these things. And it leads you down a path of feeling like you're not worthy. But all it is somebody that didn't know who they were. They didn't understand who they were. So what they want to do is you know who you are. So what they want to do is make you feel like you're not really all that. You're not all that. You thought you was all that. Nah. But a lot of them are just sent, unfortunately, by Satan to come in and disrupt your life, disrupt your path. So for me, now that I'm on the other side of things, I just realized that a lot of things I stayed or dealt with was a direct reflection of my own willingness to stay, my own willingness to just not love myself enough. And it's unfortunate because I know better and I'm better than that. Excuse me. But ultimately, I got the lesson. Like, I got the lesson. But when I tell you, excuse me, a lot of those guys, what they don't realize is you're playing with somebody's daughter. So although, yes, physically I have, mother, father, all that, whatever, I'm also God's daughter. And it's very, you're going to find out very quickly that God don't play about me. And so when men mistreat me, I can't speak for other women, but when men mistreat me, I'm telling you, they go through a lot. After that, they go through a lot. There's a guy to this day, he's still going through it from what he did back in 2018. Because God does not play about me. I can't speak for other people, but he don't play about me. Because one thing about it, when you know that God has chosen you for whatever reason, you understand there's a calling on your life that you have to fulfill. And when somebody tries to get in the way of that, because of their own assignment or Satan's assignment, he gonna take care of them. That's why I don't even worry anymore about what people are gonna do after they leave me. Like, some women get so caught up in, oh man, I just need to stay in this situation because I don't know, he gonna treat the next woman better. And it's like, if he do, okay, congratulations to them. Like, he didn't treat you good. That's ultimately what matters. If he treat the next woman better, then okay. But a lot of times, 99% of the time, a lot of guys don't change. They don't treat the next woman better because they're not submitted to God. They don't fall on their face and say, God, I am sorry for the way I did this woman. I'm sorry for the way I mistreated her. I'm sorry for not protecting her heart. I'm sorry for not being the man that you called me to be. Most men do not do that. So they're going to repeat the cycle. So the way they treated you, they might treat the next woman worse. So we can't be worried about what he gonna do with the next woman. We have to be worried about ourselves and our mental health and what we're gonna get. Because I always tell myself, what's coming to me is better, is greater than what I had. And that's ultimately what we have to think, what we have to feel, and what we have to know to be the truth. So know who you are. And a lot of times these type of guys that are trying to break you, they want to make you forget who you are. So you have to tell them, or even tell yourself, both, but essentially, I know who I am. I know I'm smart. I know I'm this. I know I'm that. I'm the catch because I got, sometimes you got to just say that because you got to make yourself feel like, dang, I actually am special. And I don't care what he said about me. I know I'm special. I don't care what he taught, what he said, what he called me. I'm not that. Counter the negative things he says about you. So if he says you're stupid, baby, I'm smart as I don't know what. I got a degree in, I got this license. Counter those things. And it's not something you have to tell him. You have to tell yourself. Because ultimately, when you tell yourself and you reaffirm yourself, what you're doing is changing the brain chemistry. Because now your nervous system is rewiring things. You have been beat down, called every name in the book for however long. And now that you're changing the brain chemistry, you're changing your nervous system to feel like, oh, I don't have to be on guard. I don't have to be anxious. I don't have to be so apprehensive anymore. What you're doing is you're allowing yourself to relax by saying, I'm not stupid. Like he said, I'm actually pretty smart. I was the valedictorian. I was this, I was that. You're going to eventually start to believe those things and understand that what he said don't matter because that's negative and that has nothing to do with you. What he calls you, stupid, dumb, whatever, call you out your name, that's a reflection of where he is in life. And a lot of times, 99% of the time, it has nothing to do with you. It's because he's not happy in his life. And he feels as though if I can break a woman, then that's going to build me up. And it's like, no, it doesn't. It doesn't. So if you are in a situation like this, or if you've been in a situation, if you're trying to get out, I pray that God has his hand over your life. Know who you are. Every single day, practice things that counter what that individual has said, negative things, the negative things he said about you. Find a support group, a safe space. Find somebody that's going to tell you, like, listen, you are that girl, so I don't know what he got going on. Don't stay in that. Like, even if you stay longer than you should stay, have people that's going to still just stay by you, stick by you, just going to be there, reaffirming you, because it's going to make the difference in the long run. So I'm going to leave this here. As always, y'all, stay grateful, stay faithful, stay consistent. Peace.